Have you ever wanted to look like a shiny, hard-boiled egg? Okay, I know that's a weird question, but this is an actual trend in Korea right now. Because the surface of an egg is smooth and shiny, it is seen as the ultimate beauty standard. And there are so many different futuristic treatments to help you get there. But is it possible to get this result with just one trip to Korea? I'm going to share with you my experience, how much I spent, the pain level, and what not to do during recovery, because I definitely made a few mistakes. So first off, we're going to the skin spa. I just got off a plane, so my skin is dry. So I'm stopping by a skin spa to do an analysis and also prepare my skin for the next treatments. This particular treatment was a collaboration, but I had never done anything like this before, so I was really excited. And I was sort of nervous about sticking my head in this machine, but it was so cool to see the results. I was pretty shocked to hear that I was just average for my skin age, but I guess we are in Korea and everyone really looks after their skin here. But I've always known that I was a dry, sensitive girly, but I didn't realize just how bad it was. There are 16 different Bauman skin types, and I'm a DSPT, which is dry, sensitive, pigmented, and tight. And we ended up going through my skin analysis in a lot of detail, like they could see how uneven my sunscreen application was. And then they recommended Astrodome and LDM for my skin. They cleansed my face before putting me in the Astrodome, which is a combination of red LED lights and steam. And this opened up my pores, which prepared me for the next part, which was the low dose microcurrent, or LDM. It's really similar to a skincare device that I use at home, but I'm assuming that it's clinic grade. And just so you know, this did not feel painful at all. My boyfriend's favorite part though was this modeling pack. And he said I literally just looked like a marshmallow monster, but it's so satisfying to see it peeled off. I was literally glowing like a freshly boiled egg after. And now I'm ready for skin trauma. But I need to confess that I was never actually planning to share this footage on YouTube. So I've only got vertical videos from my phone. And the videos only start while I'm in the massage bed that sort of looks like a jail cell. And at this point, I've already done Thermage and XLV. I literally thought I had just done Rejuran and they had put on a soothing cream for my face. But I was shook when they wiped it off and I saw no bumps and realized that the pain was yet to come. The first thing that we did was Botox, and that hurt a lot, which I would say was about a 7 out of 10. However, when we did Rejuran, I did the HB version and the needle felt like it was a lot smaller. So that was about a 4 out of 10. Something that I was really worried about, and on reflection probably should have thought through a bit more, was having injections around the eyes. And this is especially after seeing that TikTok video about Juvelook volume causing blindness. But luckily for me, I did not get any bad side effects from having it around my eyes. By the end of it, I looked like Jennifer Lawrence from X-Men, and my boyfriend was shocked when he saw me. Overall, I feel like my skin is really good now, and you should watch until the end of the video to see the result, but I can't really recommend the clinic. The staff seemed incredibly friendly and nice, and they chucked in a lot of freebies for this treatment. I did feel like I paid a higher price than usual for this package. There were other things like having a dog in the clinic, which is unusual when hygiene is really important, and the doctor spoke to me at the beginning to recommend the treatments for me, but didn't initiate the conversation about aftercare afterwards. And when I asked about aftercare, I was told to not drink for 24 hours after, but everything else was okay. So of course I used ChatGPT to create an aftercare routine, which I'll share down in the description below. And overall, I feel like the bumps did get better throughout the day, but I still managed to scare a kid at Lottie World before his mum pulled him away. It was such a relief to be able to wash my face after 12 hours, and the bumps were mostly gone after 4 days, which was great because I had a wedding to go to. The bruising, however, did stay for a little bit longer and it got a bit worse, but overall wasn't too difficult to hide using concealer. In terms of some of the mistakes I made, it was going to Korean barbecue the day after my treatment and sitting outside for too long even though I was in the shade. I was using a lot of dry skin products as well, but these were too occlusive for my skin in the recovery phase. So instead I switched to more centella based products, and I really loved the Skin 1004 line while I was doing this. And this my skin looks like now about 2-ish weeks from Korea. And I think overall the quality of the skin is pretty good. And I'm going to show you what skincare routine I've settled into since my skin is still recovering. First off, I go into this rice milk. I tend to like using the rice toners for like the soothing, but also brightening nature of it. And then I use a centella. And honestly, I think this has been such a lifesaver for my skin. And press it over my face. The important thing is not to rub your skin too hard. Then after that, I use this one, which is the centella cream. And then lastly, the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. So this skin routine for the recovery phase is really simple. Like, I bought so much crap after the treatment because I was like, gotta get these ointments, this cream, this balm, I'm gonna recover in no time. But I think keeping it simple is probably the best thing you can do for your skin, because it means that there are no active ingredients or there's nothing different that will really like irritate your skin. Then finally, make sure you use heaps of sunscreen. And I mean like heaps on your face, reapply it every few hours. And if you can, also wear sunglasses, hat and face mask outside as well. My favorite is the Beauty of Joseon. And that's because it doesn't leave a white cast and it doesn't irritate the eyes, even if you're not wearing any like other foundation or makeup on top. And I get heaps. I finish this tube. And then in terms of the results, I do feel like my skin is a bit more glowy, but that being said, my skin had its ups and downs and it had really glowy phases before as well. The main thing that I really wanted to solve while I was in Korea was my skin texture and also these marionette lines that I was starting to get from all the smiling. But I do feel like it's like disappeared a little bit, like my face is a little bit plumper and thicker. And then the other thing was like my under eye bags as well, which I think are still sort of there, but it's a lot fainter, I think. I'll just have to chuck up a photo for reference. Was it worth it? I think maybe at this age and the current state of my skin, I think I could have waited a little bit longer to do the Rejuran. But that being said, I haven't actually seen the peak of these results yet, because the first couple of weeks after, you'll start to see a few results. Then a month after, even more, and then the peak really starts to hit at 3 months. So I'm going to be posting more updates on my channel, and if you want to see them, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, I sort of like looking like an egg now. Like, look how shiny that head is. This is the future of skin. Have you ever wondered how to look like an egg? Have you ever had aspirations to look like an egg? Well, I did. Have you ever wanted to look like a freshly boiled egg? I did. I do. And I went to Korea to figure out how to do that so that I could show you these results. The future of the skin is here. And it's in Korea. The future of skincare is here.